Jim,
Yes.
how are you?
I'm doing fine.
I've had a couple of vodka and tonics tonight.
Not interested.
No, I, I'm I I'm a big fan of your interrogation video. Interrogation. I'm not here to harass you. I just want to say I'm a big fan.
Okay.
How are you? Are you doing better?
Am I better?
Yeah.
I'm great.
Good. I don't have much to say. I didn't think you'd answer, to be honest. But I do love your interrogation video. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not here to make fun or anything. I am a huge fan, and I'm kind of drunk right now. So I looked up your number and I found it. I didn't think you'd answer. I didn't even think this was the right number.
Well, I don't know if it really is.
No, this is you, Jim. I can tell by your inflection. Are you still? Shit, I really don't know what to say. Are you still in music?
Yes.
Cool. Do you get a lot of calls like weirdos from me, wanting to say hi?
No.
Oh, good.
I don't even know how you got my number.
Oh, I searched on Google. Yeah, I just want.
And
I
where
think
did you find it?
Huh?
Where did you find it on Google?
I searched your name, and I found it.
That's strange.
Yeah.
It's an unlisted number.
Oh, really? It was easy to. It was actually pretty easy to find.
Well, I'll quit paying for that.
Well, I promise I won't harass you. I just want to talk to you tonight. Is that okay?
Just shortly. I'm ready to go to bed. You're lucky I you even got me now.
Oh yeah, I
In the
know.
shower.
I'm watching the Cowboys game right now.
Yeah, I watched the first half.
It's completely changed.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it on here in a minute and fall asleep to it. Where are you from?
I'm from Texas, and you know what?
Huh.
I won't say which company it is. I used to work for a company that partnered with University of Cincinnati online programs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of a weird connection. But I've been a fan of yours for many years.
Well, let me ask you this: being online with, what did you take a course?
I didn't. No.
Okay. Because I worked, obviously you know that I worked for UC for quite a while.
I know. I can almost recite your. And I'm not trying to put you down. I am a big fan of the video.
And I'm really not sure what video we're talking about.
Oh, your interrogation video?
Oh,
Yeah.
the one that was televised.
No, the one that's on YouTube.
Yeah, I think that's one that was televised
Yeah.
at one time.
How did it change your life, I guess is. Can I ask you
How
that?
did the whole situation?
Yeah.
Well, so many things have happened since my interrogation.
Let me ask you this before, because I don't want you to hang up on, because I'm not really not trying to bully you. What if you this is the one question I've always wanted to ask you, is if you worked for the criminal justice program in Cincinnati, why didn't you just remain silent?
because my role was that was a big mistake, by the way. As I look back on it, that was probably my biggest mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I had lawyers that should have been able to solve some of the problems they didn't solve. They just marked me off. Anyway, to answer your question, my role with the University of Cincinnati with criminal justice was not as an authority in criminal justice. I was a technology person.
Right.
And because of my technology, I didn't even look at the content. The content was developed by all the professors on staff, and all I would do is put it up so it was feasible for the students. So I wasn't, it wasn't like I knew what to do. My first acquaintance with the justice systems was this whole thing.
Right.
I had never been arrested for anything.
Right. But I mean, it just seems like you would have had to know. Maybe I know because I've watched so many of these videos that just remain silent.
Yeah, well, for me, I not having any experience with it at all. I thought, and I hadn't at that point. I didn't have a feeling that I did anything wrong.
Right.
But that combination caused me to talk.
Right. Well, it also, I mean, in all honesty, you were also drinking too, so that might have loosened you up to talk.
Yes, I had a couple of drinks earlier in the evening. Yes, and that certainly did have an effect.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Wow. But is everything better now? As far as your
No, I mean, as far as that thing is concerned, I still have a probation officer, and this has been 10 years.
Jesus.
And a matter of fact, yeah, no, it's not any better. In terms of everything else, so I have dialysis three times a week.
Oh wow!
My physical life is. I've had prostate cancer and prostate removed, and physically, and at my age, which is 72. At my age, it's 72.
Yeah. Did you think the guy that was interviewing you was a fucking idiot, right? Did you get the same sense that I did when I was watching it?
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know. I totally did not. And yeah. I don't think about it today, except when my probation officer comes around, or there's a change in things that they let me know.
Right.
My registration changes in December, and that's about it.
You have to do like a picture. I've seen some of your pictures. You have like those round glasses and other stuff, but is that a yearly thing you have to do?
No, it's twice a year.
Twice a year. When do you get out of that? When are you off of that program?
Well, it actually starts this coming. In February, I think they're going to consider dropping me, which they should. I'm as There isn't a safer person in the world.
Yeah.
No offense to you, Lou, but I don't like talking about it.
I understand. But I mean,
You
you have to. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I've for many years I've rewatched your interrogation video. I'm just fascinated by it. It's over 2 hours long. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. I was actually watching it this week. No bullshit. I don't know. There's just something about that video and the way you handled yourself.
well, and in regards to what is your viewpoint?
Well, I think you tried to be you were trying to be, your mistake was you tried to be friends with the interrogators when they were there to just bust you. As I said, I would have waited to speak to my attorney. That was the main thing. I think you took it. You didn't take it as you took it too lightly. You were cracking a lot of jokes.
I think you're right on. I don't remember the things that I said. I've never watched it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to watch it. And yeah, well, that's where it's at. Well, I've had it for tonight. I appreciate your call, and in one sense, in the second sense, I don't want to think about it.
I understand that. That was what, 12 years ago.
Jeez, it was 2007.
Yeah.
Is that 12 years ago?
Yeah. You know, there's a guy on YouTube who uses your decoy call as prank calls. You could probably shut him down if you reported it.
Again, I don't care. The people that I talk with, the people I deal with in life, most of them know that what I've gone through.
Right.
And they don't, doesn't change our relationship.
How is the in that video you mentioned a lady, one of your lady friends who was possibly battling breast cancer? Was she okay? You said her mom
breast cancer.
You said her mom also had it, and her husband was a judge, and he wasn't letting you visit her.
Oh, but the thing was that they were divorced. I don't think her mother had breast cancer. I guess she's fine. I've not seen her either.
Oh, sorry.
I've not seen her since I was released from prison.
How long were you?
She kind of like, huh?
How long were you in there?
3.5.
Jesus.
Years. And it was not a totally bad situation for me. Because of my music, I was able to play in the church programs. I played for three denominations. I was playing a lot. It was good for me.
In prison?
When I was incarcerated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I was incarcerated, I played for the what do you call it? Can't think of the guy who was in charge.
Yeah.
Of the religious programs.
Right. Did so I guess people knew in there what you were convicted of, or?
Well, there were three of us from that were in the that were picked up. And there were more than three, but there were three of us that were at where I was in Ashland. So, and not very many people knew. There were people who knew you. And the story about Ashland is it was a low. Medium. No, it was a medium, and it's the lowest that they could put sex offenders in.
Right.
And so there were quite a few of them there. There were other people that had problems, but most of the people who I had contacts with were related to the church, and they backed you up. It was not a bad experience in terms of that. It gave you a chance to know that the people that you were dealing with weren't too bad.
Yeah.
And well,
that's good.
But it's like, the total answer here that I'm trying to give to you is as straight as possible. I spent that time in prison, and I get out here and I get deathly sick. And I literally spend my weeks going to either the doctors or having a therapist, or I'm not talking about a mental therapist, physical therapist, and occupational therapists that deal with some of my balance problems that I have, and so I really spend my time either in medical, but that's all been a result of not being in prison. The prison didn't put me here. Diabetes put me here, and so I tried to live my life the best I can, especially my family. They've all been very supportive over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very supportive. My sister comes over to my place every 3 or 4 weeks, and she does some things for me that I can't do. So, Anyway, well, that's it for tonight.
All right, Jim.
Okay, Lou?
Yep, it was a pleasure talking to you. I've been wanting to talk to you for many years. I hope I was fair in my, like I said, I wasn't here to bully you. I just wanted to, really been wanting to speak with you for a long time.
Well, I guess I should be appreciative of that, but I'm sorry you had to meet me that way.
Well, I mean,
because that certainly is not the way I am.
Well, I understand, but I mean, if you ever watch it, it's, or if you don't watch it, just know it was a great interview, 2 hours plus. It was just really good stuff.
In terms of what, though? In terms of somebody getting suckered?
Well, you know what? If you really want me to be honest, the thing that fascinated me the most was you wanted to blame other people for something you did wrong.
Yeah.
That I think that's where you come across in the whole To Catch a Predator community. That's where your name is. You made a mistake. That's fine, but you wanted to blame others for it. And I think that's what makes you infamous or famous, however you want to put it, in the TCAP community. But again, you were drinking too, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the way I was back then.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, I'm going to bed.
Okay. Have a good night, Jim.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Holy fuck. I cannot believe that shit.